Hey guys, mate. Yeah, not too bad, bud. Still got sort of a little bit of a cough, but other than that, mate, I am sound. How's you? To be honest, mate, yeah. We'll have to see what happened tonight. I wasn't here last week. Little personal thing going off, but other than that, mate, I'm fine. Just glad that I'm not ill anymore, which is the main thing. Cap. Okay. Okay. Make your word on it then, mate. Excuse me. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm glad to be on the mend, actually, to be honest. Like I said, I don't know what it was. I just woke up to fucking early hours Tuesday morning, felt like I'd been hit by a fucking bus. Body was aching, everything. It was horrible. uh, I don't know. Probably, mate. We'll have to see. Actually, no, that was. We'll see. We'll have to see how it turns out tonight. Don't make me laugh too much, guys. Hold on. Oh dear me. Yeah, it felt like I'd been hit by a bus. Don't worry, mate. I'm not gonna die on you. Far from it. Let's just hope the comms will be alright. Obviously, The drivers know the situation. So if it does go quiet, then yeah. So I will say this to you guys while you hear me. This is actually yeah, I might have to do that. We'll see. What was this? Yeah. So we have in this league, well, the new season now, random track picks. So this is our first random track pick of the race of the season. So it is going to be fun around Vegas tonight. Going to be what I think it'll be a good, be a good race, but it's going to be hectic. I can probably say that much. You're telling me? You're telling me, mate? But we'll just have to see how things go. Apparently practice has been okay for some drivers, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. I think we are just about ready to get racing. So let's see what goes off. See how things plan out tonight. Oh, that'd be terrible if that happens. Let's hope that it's okay for the race. At the moment, don't want any weather spoilers yet till we start. So anyway, let's crack on with tonight. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Monday night stream in RPR. I'm a commentator, RR Cairo, and it is glad to be back in the comms box tonight. Last week was feeling a little bit ill, so didn't manage to get any catch any of the race last week. So tonight we are then at our first random pick, our first random track pick, and tonight is Vegas. So I do believe the first driver to come out was actually Cam. So if we stay off board with Cam, we'll see how well he goes around the track to be the first driver to put in the penultimate lap before the drivers. Now, I do know that there could be, or potentially there could be, a bit of a disaster on track within the race. We'll see how drivers get along. Currently at the moment I know excuse me, that first race Jack took the race win, Lattice took the race win. Can't remember who came out in the sprint race. I didn't catch last week, well obviously because I wasn't there. So Fuller is going to be the first one to attack the track. So we'll see how Fuller is doing. El Stefano is taking a qualifying ban, I believe, and Fuller has completely cut that chicane, cut that corner. I think he missed his braking point there. So Fuller will go again. I do believe his teammates behind him, so Cam's on a lap. So pretty much mostly everybody is out on the lap, or pretty much everybody's near enough out on track. Johnny's on track as well. Sir Money, I think Sir Money's a new driver tonight. Haven't seen Sir Money on track before, but Sir Money he won 34.6 in. So good luck there from Sir Money. I'm sure Lattice will let me know if Sir Money is a new driver that's coming. Cam puts in a 33.4. Cherry with a 35.7. Mickey G puts himself up into third. With a 134.7. I think Mickey G, Johnny Stokes with a 132.2. I think Mickey G is Lattice's friend, which joined the league. Lattice a 32.0. Good luck from Lattice. Wimax with a 33.2. Mrs. Cole with a 33.5. Scotty, let's have a look at Scotty. See how Scotty's doing. Comes through the last corner, pops himself up to third with a 132.8. So good lap there from Scotty. Cam is coming into the pits. Who's just jumped up first? Fuller just jumped up with a 133.4. So just picks his teammate. Not by much. Frenzy in the pits. Freddy's out. Casto. Let's see how Casto can do. Casto didn't do too bad in the first race of the season. First race? Oh, just clips that wall there. Lucky not to come away with any damage at all there, coming through that little chicane. Up to P3 for Casto with a 132.5. So Money looks to be on another lap, I think. I don't have any, so we'll put that up just in case. Yeah, so he's on another lap. Freddy was just started his in lap, but starting his in lap now. Stu is on his way out as well. Chubb's in the pits. So let's go and watch. Let's see how Freddie Saints does on this lap for the time being. See, there's gonna be. I think that the only thing I don't. Freddie Saints goes 6 with a 133.2. Like I don't think that it's. Maybe probably is one of the worst tracks to be on, but there can be some. In some places, I will say some really nice overtaking as well. If you can actually get, if you can, yeah, trying to get the words out. If you can get the overtake done right, maybe try and not catch your opponent out by too much, but there's going to be, I'd say, potentially a lot of straight line speed, maybe a lot of yeah, that one. We'll see what happens. So Mrs. Carl starting on another lap as well. Stewie. Ooh, Stewie, first driver we have into the 131, so 131.8 for Stewie. It's a nice lap there for Stewie. Cherry jumps, goes up to P12. Freddie still waiting for Frenzy to come out and pop a lap in. Unless Frenzy's going to be starting at the back. We don't know, we'll have to wait and see. So, Chubb just coming through the last part of the section. I think this is where you might find some overtaking being done. Chubb up to P7 with a 132.9. So good luck there from Chubb. Mrs. Kyle up to P8 with a 133.0. A 133.0. So, yellow flag out in sector 2. Who's running out of fuel? Is it fuel, or has Max run out of fuel? Lattice jumps to the top with a 131.8. How's Johnny doing? Johnny's up. Johnny goes fastest with a 131.7. So Johnny at the moment, with roughly 4.5 minutes to go, tops the timesheet at the moment. Casto is on a slow in lap, or a warm up in lap if you could call it. Whoa, nearly loses that. Scotty is doing the same as well, I think. Chubb's coming back into the pits. Cam's on his way back out again. So Manatee on a flyer. Through the last portion, puts themselves into P10 with a 133.1. So a few more drivers coming out. I think Frenzy's going to be starting at the back. El Stefano's starting, obviously, is starting at the back with the qualifying ban as well. So, where are we going? So then, who's gonna be the next one to pop us a lap in? Cherry is on their way to me to do another lap. Cam's on his way around to do another lap. Mrs. Cole is on her way to do her another lap. Lattice is back out. Johnny's actually coming back out. Okay, so it's gonna be a fight with a down to the last minute and a half of the short qualifying session. So Mickey G. Thought then we was on a slow lap then, but they're not. So Mickey G on his way through, got a couple of cars up in front of him. Got McLaren of Casto up in front. Got the AlphaTauri in front as well. A little bit of slip, a little bit of toe off the McLaren. Let's just stick with Mickey G. Oh! Now I don't know if that was me, but it looked like the back end sort of slid there going into that last corner. So short qualifying over them. Let's go to who's. So we'll stay with Stewie for this. Stay off board with Stewie. Chubb is just down the road behind him. So Chubb will be the next one to come over the line after Stewie. Nice line there from Stewie. Wheelmax has retired in the pits. So Stewie then. P1 with 131.6. Chubb up to P5. See how Lattice is going to do. At 31.4 for Lattice. Johnny's invalidated. Sorry about that, guys. So Johnny invalidated. Yes, don't you hate that shortest straight is the one with the start of, yeah. I think it's pointless. I think what they should have done, and Gaz, you might actually agree with me on this, they should have actually pulled the start and finish a little bit further back. They should have brought it back. So maybe keep the pit lane where it is, but just bring the start and finish back a little bit further. So Lattice P1, Stewie P2, Johnny P3, Caster P4. Yeah, I agree. Mrs. Cole P5, Chubb P6, Scotty P7, Mickey G P8, Cam P9, and so on going forward. But yeah, I do actually agree with you on that. I really do. We should have, whoever built the track should have realised that it was actually if they looked at it properly at the design, then maybe it wouldn't come looking out like a pig, an upside down pig. Yeah, it is, mate. I agree with you on that. 1000%. If you're coming into Vegas to watch the race, especially on its debut when it come last season. Yes, they wanted to go through the strip and everything else. That's understandable. It's like this. They should have moved the start finish. I would probably say, Gaz, if you agree with me, just before that little 40 chicane as you start coming down the long straight. So obviously, as you're looking at, like Gaz says, it looks like a spider pig. Yes, it does. So then you go through sector 2, you go all the way down that long straight, then you've got that little itty bitty whatever you call it, butthole chicane or tail chicane, whatever you want to call it. I reckon they should have put the start and finish straight there and then carried it through into turn 1, and not obviously having having it look the way it is. That's the way that I see it. In fact, while we're right on board with Lattice, yeah, exactly, yeah. Point take, exactly. That's where I put it. So where Lattice is coming up now, you'll take this chicane as the last corner, and then all of this should be start and finish straight, and then keep your pit lane where it is. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd have done, and then have the 4G corner as turn 1. That's how I'd do it. That's how I would have probably designed it. But hey. So here we go then. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights are out, and we are underway for round 3 at Las Vegas, and it looks like Lattice got a brilliant start there going into turn 1. Runs a little bit deep. So now Stewie, Casto move up. Stewie takes the lead of the race at the moment, but excuse me. Casto and Lattice at the minute battling it out. Let's just jump to the back. Mrs. Carl and Chubb. Mrs. Carl was aiming to make a move on Chubb. Then we've got Cam and Womax battling it out. Womax in a Williams sandwich at the moment, but it does look like everybody got off pretty much all in the first. Oh, and we have, that is Mickey G out. Our first safety can have short breath then. Our first safety car of tonight, and it involved, I think, between there was battling as well, so I'd probably say give it a racing incident. No further action, I wouldn't know until it goes through. But we have our first safety car for tonight. So Mickey G is our first driver out. So then Stewie, who had a 2-second lead over Lice, that will come down to better margin now. Safety car is out. Cam and Freddie are both in the pits. Freddie also in the pits. Looks like was that a change of wing and new tyres as well? Pretty sure it was. So then we go back to hopefully when we go back, I'm hoping as well that we do not see, and I hope Lattice hasn't done it and not remembered this time. First race we had, and it really spun my head. I think it spun a lot of drivers' heads as well. The first race of the season we had at Jeddah, Lattice actually put the safety car on broadcast. Which, in my eyes, in a way, it was funny in my eyes because it kind of spun me out. But then I think it kind of did catch a lot of drivers out, I think, but not much. I would say it wouldn't have caught them out too much. So it looks it looks like, I mean, touch wood, it stays the way it stays as immersive. Because like I said, that first race really spun my head when that happened. I didn't know what was going off or anything. So let's quickly have a have a rundown of what's happened. So Stewie's up one position, Lattice is down a position, Casto is up a position, Johnny's down a position, Chubb's up one, Mrs. Carl's down one, Scotty is in P7 where he started, Womax is up 3, Full Air's up 1, Cherry's up 4, Sir Manatee is up 1, Cam's down 3 but obviously he's pitted, Freddie is in the same place, Friends is up 1, El Stefano's up 1, and we lost Mr. Mickey G. But things happen. To me, that did look like it was a little bit of contact between teammates, but also fighting for position as well. So we'll have to see what we'll have to see what happens, and we'll see if anything changes in the matter. So safety car is now away. So Stewie is going to be your lead safety car. So it is going to be up to Stewie when he decides to go. Jack or Elias is all over at the moment with the way he wants to go. Safety car is in because as Stewie's gone. What a jump by Stewie! It looked like Stewie got a little bit of a jump toe there, and has kind of caught out Lattice. Casto's all over the back of Lattice at the moment, but everybody's going back. Scotty got damage. Well, we've got Cherry. Excuse me, sorry. Cherry has a little bit of damage on that Alfa Romeo. I think he was battling with Fuller, I think, as well. Womax at the moment is going. Ooh, we have a VSC. What for? Sir Manatee. Sir Manatee coming to a bit of contact. So that'll be virtual safety car. We'll slow down the drivers for the time being, but at a reasonable race pace. So Stewie has opted to pit, but picks himself up for the 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So now this will bring Lattice back into the lead, Casto up 2 places, Johnny back to where he started. Yeah. I agree with that, guys. I do, mate. I do. I agree with that, but we'll have to see what happens in the future. I know it does sometimes help with it, but I don't think F1 would be F1 without any safety cars, really. I know obviously some of us like to get racing, to get underway, do what we need to do, and then go from there. But Casto at the moment is looking to make a move on. Lice gets the move done, so we've got another change for the lead. So I do believe Casto was actually battling it out with some of the faster drivers in the first race. Mrs. Carl sets the fastest lap, but then gets it taken away by Full Air. Then Freddie Saints gets the fastest lap with a 1:38.1. Sir Manatee has left the session. Can I send them an invite and get them back in? Let's see. No, I can't even do that. Chubb's retired, so this is going to be a safety car, I believe. Right, I can't get. And now I'm stuck in the race directory. Oh no, I'm not. There we go. Oh, thank God for that. I thought I was stuck in the race directory then. So again, we have another safety car. Jack, if you're listening, mate, or if anybody, could they get a invite out to Sir Manatee, please? For some reason, it will not let me send them an invite through race directory, or go on their profile to send them an invite. So, Chubb is out of the race. So, Casto jumps in. And Scotty's DNF'd. What's happened to Scotty? Oh, sorry about that, guys. Having a little bit of a coughing fit there. So, safety car came out for Chubb. What happened to Scotty? What happened to Scotty? Let's have a look. Terminal damage for Scotty as well. Oh. Did he have a coming together? Did Scotty have a coming together with somebody? So then, we've lost Scotty, Chubb and Mickey G. Not sure what's going off here, but drivers are sort of swapping and changing places on the safety car. But at the moment, we have a little change in race order, which I will go through momentarily. So Lattice P1 will now be the safety car, Mrs. Carl in P2, Full Air P3, Freddie Saints P4, Cam P5, El Stefano P6, Stewie P7, Castro P8, Johnny P9, Rumax P10, Frenzy P11, Sir Manatee P12, not sure if he's in his if he's got back in, but away goes Lattice. So we are back underway again for lap 9. Johnny, Stewie, El Stefano. Oh, there's damage already. Someone's lost some wing already. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. So again, let's go through El Stefano and Womack, shall we say. Castro's on the rear of Stewie. Cam is keep trying to fight with Freddie. Freddie's fighting with Full Air, Frenzy and El Stefano are switching places too. Stewie and Cam are also switching places. Castro's also coming in as well. Castro's just switching over, but is going to have to wait coming down the straight. Oh, we've got, is this El Stefano and Sir Manatee, El Stefano, Cherry, and not sure what was going off there. Freddie at the moment is holding back P3 for the moment, so he does have Stewie Full Air. Stewie's making a move. Stewie gets the move done on Freddie, so Stewie up to P3. Freddie has Full Air, Casto, Cam, Rumax and Frenzy all behind him. Mrs. Cole comfortable in P2 at the moment. Johnny Stokes though down to P12. I'm sure he's, oh, has he got bodywork damage? Or was that just cold tyres there for Johnny? Cam and Womax battling out. Looks like Womax got that move done. Got more damage coming up here. Casto, Freddie Saints. DRS is now enabled. Stewie's made a move on Mrs. Cole. Stewie up to P2, Mrs. Cole to P3. Casto, P4 at the moment. Womax. Great move there by Womax around the outside of Freddie Saints. DRS wide open. Still, both of them still get the DRS as well. Freddie not letting Womax get away with, or trying not to get away or pull too much of a gap. Oh, Freddie had to roll across the corner there, gets a 3-second time penalty there. That's a bit harsh, I believe, for that, to give a penalty there. So let's quickly just go back up to the top. Casto looking to make a move on Mrs. Cole. Gets the move done. Mrs. Cole tucks back into his slipstream. Does have Womax on the rear as well. So Womax may potentially look to make a move on Mrs. Cole. Stewie sets the fastest lap of the race. Then Casto sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:36. So it's quickly or slowly picking up again. Stewie's looking to hunt down Lattice, Womax and Mrs. Cole there. Could have been changing positions there. Mrs. Cole could have been looking to make a move instead. Johnny's back into the pits. Johnny's retired from the race. Sir Manatee and Freddie Saints battling it out at the back, with El Stefano slowly closing in as well. Stewie has picked up the pace here. Stewie is flying. So, change for the lead between Stewie and Lattice. Lattice is going to pit. Fastest lap for Stewie. So that'll bring up a couple of drivers. Coming through, so Lattice will come out in P7. Frenzy on the hunt to try and get to P3, starting from the back. So at the moment 11 positions for Frenzy. So only 2 drivers at the moment, with penalties. Obviously the Freddy one, that shouldn't, I don't think that he should have picked up one for a penalty for that. Casto, Frenzy again on the rear of Womax. DRS wide open down the one of the main straights, and that is at the moment McLaren 2 and 3. So a great start and a great move from Frenzy to come all the way from the back up to P3. Has So he's actually stopped twice. So we have Mrs. Cole coming into the pits for her second pit stop. So she'll come out behind Fuller on a fresh set of hard tyres with Frenzy pretty much closing behind. So Manatee is chasing down Cherry. Casto is comfortably keeping the gap between himself and Stewie at a I'd say 1.8 to 2 second gap. But when Stewie did pit, which I think is just, yes, so Stewie's going to pit now, so he does have about 5 seconds. So, and a front wing change as well, okay. So, where's Stewie? Stewie is behind Freddie and Mrs. Carl. Now, could this be a brave strategy from Stewie? 10 laps to go. Gaz, if you're still there, will it work? Will it be... is it the optimal strategy for him? I think it could work. We've got a yellow in... El Stefano outbroke himself, by the looks of that. But no safety car to come through. Casto. Ooh, what happened there between Casto and... So nothing's happened. I'm not sure what's gone off there. Stewie's already made work between himself and Mrs. Cole and Freddie. That's the fastest lap of the race. Cam gets himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Full air will come through, Stewie will come through, Mrs. Cole will come through. So at the moment, it's a McLaren 1-2. At the moment with 9 laps to go. Is there going to be anything? Don't think there'll be anything to sort of change. It could potentially. There could be a change for the lead. But we'll see. So at the moment it's McLaren 1-2, Remax P3, Stewie already all over the back of Fuller. Fastest lap of the race, 33.9. Gets the move done there, so his next target 10 seconds in front is less. I think that there could potentially be a change in the lead. We'll wait and see. Different tyre strategies going off at the moment. So let's quickly run through the lead as we go. So Casto P1, Frenzy P2, Max P3, Lattice P4, Stewie P5, Fuller P6, Mrs. Cole P7, Freddy P8, Cam P9, Cherry P10, El Stefano P11, and Sir Manatee in P12. And we did lose, well, we have lost. First driver was Mickey G on the first lap. Then we had Chubb crash and hit the wall. I think Scotty did the same as well. And then Johnny retired in the pits. So let's have a look how Stewie's doing at the moment. Looks to be doing pretty okay on those soft tyres. He is sort of bringing down the gap. Whoa, gets a little bit of a slide there coming out of that corner. Trying to get the power down. So could we potentially see anything change? Lattice has caught up with Max, but Max is going into the pits. So this will bring Lattice back up to P3. Let's have a look at both of the McLaren boys, see how they're doing. They're not doing too well. This keeping a cool distance between each other. So we'll see how things go there. Between these two, but it shouldn't really be anything that will change unless maybe one of them thinks it will be easier to go in the pits. We don't know. Which don't think it will. Oh, we've got a disaster down at the back. I wouldn't have said too much of a disaster. It doesn't look like anything really happened there. Any damage? No, I don't think there is any damage. No damage on Max, no damage for Freddie. So, Lattice at the moment is looking to catch up with McLaren's. Mrs. Cole making a move on full air. So up to P5 for Mrs. Cole. Back up to where she started in or qualified. So this could be an intriguing battle to maybe keep an eye on with the remainder of the few laps going. And Stewie has pulled that gap from, obviously with me not looking, has dropped the gap down to about between 6-7 seconds. So it's probably took 2 seconds out of the time. But those soft tyres picking back up again. Has he got some heat into those tyres? Is he is he going to look to see if he can try and catch up with Lattice? I think we had Rumax and was Rumax and Freddie changing over, I think, yes. And Cam's caught up, yes, where it is. So Rumax and Freddie are battling. We've got Cam going to be getting into a battle with his teammate Fuller and Mrs. Carl as well. Lattice pretty much doing all he can to catch up with both of the McLarens. We'll keep an eye on that gap. At the moment it is 1.8 to the two McLarens. At the moment Mrs. Carl is in a Williams sandwich. Does get past the lap driver there of Sir Manatee. Mrs. Carl runs a little bit deep, but she does manage to keep the Rumax. Where did we wait? Full air's out. So Rumax is retired in the pits. What happened to Full Air? I'm sure he'll probably jump into the chat and let us know. That was bizarre. So, Mrs. Carl again with another Williams in her sights of Cam. Lattice has got the gap down to the McLarens, but we will see if anything happens. We've got a yellow flag, not too much El Stefano, so no damage for El Stefano there. Let's just have a look at Mrs. Cole. Still looking to keep intact with Cam. Let's just jump up to the top. Let's just pulled that gap. Goes for a move on Frenzy. Up to P2, splits the McLarens. Now only has one McLaren to go to Casto. As I was saying before, Casto is an exceptional driver. I do remember in the first race they was battling up at the top with the faster drivers as well. So Casto can put up a good fight as well. So we'll see how much of a fight he wants to put up against Lattice for a one lap showdown. Mrs. Cole still on the heels of Cam. Stewie's probably took another second out of the top three. Lattice goes around the outside of Casto, gets the move done. Casto sitting in the slipstream of Lattice. Is Casto gonna want to try and battle with Lattice on this last lap as we come through turn one? We'll see if anything happens. It looks like Mrs. Cole has got the move done on Cam as well, but these two will be battling till the end. So we'll keep an eye on those two. El Stefano picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Casto at the moment is not letting Lattice pull away, or can Casto try and stay within the DRS of Lattice? No ERS left for Casto then. So we are just jumping up to the top. Wonderful drive by Lattice. Comes around the last corner, takes the win of round 3 with Casto in second. Frenzy in third, Stewie fourth. Who's going to... It looks like Mrs. Carr's going to take P5. So a wonderful race by Mrs. Carl. P6 for Cam. an outstanding race, Frenzy. Frenzy has my driver of the day, no doubt about that. Up 12 places, starting from the back. Freddie comes over the line in P7. Sir Manatee will take the last points and come home in P10. Cherry will finish in P9. And then El Stefano. Cherry P8, sorry, El Stefano will come back. Oh, locks the rears up. We'll come over the line in P9. So, what a race. That was. Frenzy obviously gets the driver of the day, of course, yes. It's got to be given to him. Yeah, nice race. It was a good race. VSC, 2 safety cars. Like I say, difficult track that got picked randomly. And I know that we do have a few more tracks that's going to be picked at random as well. So that's going to be fun to see. But anyway, Lattice is your race winner. Casto P2, Frenzy P3, Stewie P4, Mrs. Cole P5, Cam P6, Freddy P7, Cherry P8, El Stefano P9, and Sir Manatee P10. And we did lose Full Air, Weirmax, Johnny, Scotty, Chubb, and Mr. Mickey G. But on that note, guys, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the comms. Sorry for the little quiet moments. But other than that, guys, if you're still watching, thank you again, mate. Been a pleasure. But until next week, guys, this has been Rapid Pixel Racing RPR. I've been your commentator, Ira Cairo, and until next time, I'll see you again soon. Good night. Cheers, guys, mate. Speak to you soon.